All right, so the next move in the kata, after you've hit them with your strikes, pop, boom, right there. All right, so you're turning in, and depending on who your instructor is, they may have shown you a couple different versions. I've seen, I think, maybe 3 different versions of this technique since my time doing Uechi. Some will be closed fist, the other will be the Huraken, and either it's straight out, as in you're just going straight to double shot, like to the side of the temples almost, or right above the eyebrows, or you're coming in curved. Okay, so it'll depend on which instructor I'm training with, how they actually apply that technique, or how they do the technique for their kata. So we're just gonna go over a couple different ways in which you can apply it, because my whole thing is like, you wanna focus on the principle. I don't know which one of these versions is the original, traditional, technically correct version, but to be quite honest with you, I don't care.
You do care, just we'd like to apply it in different ways.
Yeah, I care for historical purposes, but we're looking at application, in which case I'm focused on what principle is it teaching, and let's look at 50 million different ways in which to apply it.
Yeah.
Okay, so we already did, earlier in this kata, we already did a version like that, where a guy's kind of coming in and grabbing, and you're circling it out the way and hitting. So, yeah, where you're like, boom, boom, or boom, boom. We kind of already covered that earlier on. So we're not going to cover it the same way, because we've already touched on it. What we're going to do, and this is actually something that one of my instructors did, is he says, you apply this yourself as a surprise shot. So the guy's here in front of you, and this one is not so much stopping something and attacking. You're just here, and you're just going in straight yourself. So one of the versions I've seen on this from one of my past instructors is he's literally going in double without, it's not a block, it's you're the first attack. Okay, so you're taking the big knuckle there, and you're trying to curve it into the opponent's temple. And you're doing it on both sides. Boom. Or right to the side of the eyes type situation. Okay? I've seen other people take it, if you do it with one hand, notice how it looks like a kind of a hooking punch. But you can take that same thought process and really throw it like a hook, or kind of an overhand type situation as well. Just go in and you're hitting first contact. Like I said, we both have some experience doing other martial arts, so I kind of lean off kind of like a kickboxer when I do it. Yeah. Which I personally feel like is a better way to do it with your chin up in the air, coming straight forward. So if I'm throwing it like an overhand, I will lean offline to dodge a strike coming in at my face. And so there's a couple different ways you can look at it. If you do it with the Huraken, one of the beauties of this is it can slice the top of the head. So it can cut the same way an elbow, when going across the top of the eyebrow, can cut and create blood. It's one of the things you'll see in Muay Thai. It's a great way to end a fight by doctor stoppage in Muay Thai, but it's also a great way in which to get blood in the eyes of your opponent, and thus cut off some of their vision, as well as just being a really uncomfortable and painful thing to do. So it's the slice on top. So boom, right up there, and try and slice the skin up above the eye. And so yeah, I like to just come in. You can just come in straight off right there. Another version, if you do want to move something out the way, say a strike is coming in. Okay, so go again, my bad. I messed that up. Boom, you can curve out the way and hit. So come in and move. So, say we're here, he comes in with the front hand, I'm catching. Now, notice in this position when I catch and I parried, he slid off to the side. So I'm not going to necessarily come back here. I'm here, I'm just going to bring it back and slice and aim for right across his eyebrow. You can do that same thing on the other side. Oh, sorry, it's all good. Boom. And you slice right across the side if you want to do it one at a time. So that's another thing. This technique is shown as 2 strikes at once, in which case, like I said, I come here and I just go and just double shot myself. But if you want to take it more defensively, I would say you take it and you throw them one at a time after a block. So punch comes in. Go again, because that was crap on my yeah, go for it. Boom. Parry it and return. The same way you parry and throw across, parry it, return. Other hand, parry it, return. Right across to try and slice above the eyebrow. That's the way you can kind of take it in a more modern kind of approach with a little bit of influence from like how a kickboxer or a boxer might move. And those are my favorite applications for that particular technique. Again, I prefer the Haraken fist because if I'm hitting up here above the eye, if I'm looking to cut the skin, Haraken. If I'm looking to hit the temple, I'll do a closed fist and try and get that big knuckle into the side of his temple. And so it'll depend, which fist I'm using will depend on what outcome I'm looking to achieve. If I'm looking to hit here or I'm looking to slice. Does that make sense?
Makes perfect sense.
Hey, what's up, Strike Team? This is a quick reminder to please like and subscribe, as well as hitting that notification button, okay? As I've been looking at my last couple videos, I recognize that the majority of the people who watch are not subscribed. They're not returning people. They're brand new people every time, which is a good thing. I love reaching out to a new audience, but please, if you find what I'm doing valuable in any way with the Bankai and applications of karate, as well as some karate history and some karate theory, please hit that like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know when I drop another video, because otherwise it won't show up, okay? And I know right now I'm a new YouTuber. I've been around for a second, but I haven't been fully focused, but I promise you my video style and editing and everything will be improving. I'm going to put more focus on that going forward. So please come along with me on the journey as we learn as much as we can about karate and the martial arts. All right, guys. Peace out from Okinawa, Japan.